Jim here from LearnFingerStyleGuitar.com. Today we're going to take a look at how to go about stringing an acoustic guitar. It's not too tough. You just need a little practice and you'll be doing it like a pro in no time. Let's take a look at the tools that you're going to need. The tools that we'll need for changing our guitar strings are obviously strings, a combination bridge pin puller, string winder, side cutters or some kind of plier to cut off the excess of headstock, and something to tune with, a pitch pipe, tuning fork, electronic tuner, something to get the guitar back into tune with. We'll begin by removing the old string. For that you want to use your handy dandy string winder bridge pin puller, okay? And you just put it on the string and begin to rotate the string clockwise. Having one of these really helps speed up the process rather than twisting it by with your fingers. And also having the bridge pin puller really helps. If you accidentally drop it on the top of your guitar, you hadn't done the damage that you would if you were using a pair of pliers. So you remove the old string, okay? Then come down to this end of the guitar and you slip the notch in your bridge pin puller under the bridge pin, tilt it back, and the pin comes out. Let's give it another pull there. There we are. Okay, then you're going to take your new string and you want to double check on the package that you've gotten the right string. It's a pain in the rear to realize you put the wrong one on there. It's happened to most of us, I think, at least some of us. You're going to take the ball end, which is this metal loop here, and you're going to put it through the bridge. Then you'll take your bridge pin, which has a slot in the front of it, and you're going to push that into the hole in the bridge. You want the slot in the front to be toward the sound hole because the string needs to fit in there. And take your string, hold your bridge pin in place, pull up until it feels snug. Push down with your bridge pin some. You don't want to cram it in there, but it is a friction fit, so it needs some pressure to fit. The ball end of the string now is going to lodge between the end or the side of the bridge pin and the bridge plate. And the bridge plate's a wooden plate on the inside of the top in this area that reinforces the top because of the string tension on the bridge. It's usually maple. And that ball end is going to wedge in there. Okay. Now you're ready to put it through the tuning post. But you need to leave some slack to do that. You need to leave 3 to 4 inches of slack. The way that I do that, and this seems to work pretty good for most people, is I'll run it across my palm. My palm's about 3.5 inches wide here. I'll run it across my palm and hold it in place like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take the free end of the string and I'm going to run it through the hole in the post. And I like to have the post run along, well, in this direction with the neck rather than across. Some people do it the other way, but I prefer this way, and I'll show you why. Now that you've got the string through here, you want to take the end that comes out of the far side of the post and bend it in toward the center of the headstock. Okay, you kind of crimp it. Then you're going to take that free end and run it under the string, and you're going to crimp it again. You're going to bend it over. What you've done is make kind of a half loop on here. Now when you begin to wind your string up, that half loop is pinned against the side of the post by the rest of the string, and that locks it in place. So you begin to wind up the tension, take the tension out of the string by winding it up. You don't want to necessarily be a speed racer to get it wound up. You want to just crank it up there, all the time maintaining your pressure here so that you can control how it goes on the post, because it needs to go on the post from the top to the bottom, okay? And you only want to end up with 3 or 4 stacks around the post there, okay? You don't want to end up with a big wad of it. It makes it harder to tune like that. So you maintain your pressure on the string and you run the string onto the post, okay? I think I've gotten, what, 3 turns there. Then check your tuning. And you bring it up to pitch. At least you're in a ballpark pitch. We'll fine tune it a little later. Now that you've gotten that done, you want to put your finger under the string and gently pull up on it. And you're going to run it the length, or at least a good portion of the length of the string. What this does is helps to stretch the metal, because the metal can stretch a little bit, but also it makes sure that the string is seated securely in the bridge by the bridge pin, and then here at the post on the tuner. Then, and you'll want to probably do that several times. To bring it up to pitch and to make sure it's seated and get all of the stretching out of it. And retune each time between. Then you're going to take your handy dandy side cutters and cut off the excess. Now, if you don't have side cutters handy and a pinch, you can wiggle the string back and forth and it'll eventually break off. Or some people like to loop them up. That's sloppy looking to me, but you know, we all have our own different taste. But that's basically it on how to change a string. So you see, stringing an acoustic guitar is pretty easy to do. I hope you'll do it. I hope this has helped you. Hope you'll do it often to keep your guitar sounding good. I'll see you next time.